Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on 790 The Bet. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And as I mentioned earlier, one of the big events of the Mid-South, and not only the Mid-South, but throughout the world when it comes right down to it, is going to roll off 123rd edition on Monday at Ames Plantation on the two courses at Ames Plantation, and that is near Grand Junction. It's the only thing that I know of a Super Bowl event that you don't pay a dime to go watch. And you can pull up on the road, you can do what you want to, you can be at the takeoffs. But we got last year's champion hurdle. Well, that's a pretty good deal. I'm thinking of the Olympics. We got the champion handler from last year, and Steve Hurdle on the line with us this morning. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Larry. Good to be with you.
All right. We got Coldwater Thunder back in there, Steve. So let's talk. I mean, that was Doug Arthur, Billy Blackwell, Rachel, and David Russell. I loved writing the story about Lulu. Every dog's got a call name. Coldwater Thunder, Lulu, has grown up in the Blackwell family. You won that baby last year, so you're back this year. Let's talk about Lulu and see what kind of shape she's in and what kind of shape you're in, buddy. We got a double whammy here, so let's talk about Lulu as she goes into this event.
Well, I worked her the other day, and for about an hour and a half, she did real good. She was strong at the end of the hour and a half, and looked good on her birds. Feeling good. Everything looks good. She seems to be doing pretty good. You know, she'll be 8 years old here in about a couple of weeks.
I knew that. Yes.
That takes a toll on an older dog like that. But one thing about it, she's been there 5 times, and this will be her 6th time, I guess. I believe I'm right.
Yeah, you are right. Yes.
And she's finished the 3 hours every time she's been down.
That is amazing, folks. Did y'all hear that, folks? This is a 3-hour event. These dogs are athletes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean we got the style, stamina, and the ability to locate coveys of quail, and that stamina figures in because this is the only 3-hour event, and these dogs go from get to go to no go in this. And Steve, for this, I even saw that Larry Huffman's brought back Whippoorwill Justify, won it in 2016, 6 years ago. And so
that's right.
Lulu was a pup then, just about. So,
yeah,
and was there for that. So what does it take to win this thing? I know you last year, you've won it how many times now?
This is my 3rd time. Well, that was my 3rd time.
That was your 3rd time, and we could talk about one of those times because it's still a memory maker. That's for sure for a lot of us folks. But what is it? You know, we can talk about style. We can talk about locating coveys of quail, and I think last year y'all found 4 or 5 coveys?
5, I believe.
You had 5 finds last year, but that stamina really figures in there, doesn't it?
Right. You know, it takes a dog with a lot of heart, a lot of guts and bottom. I mean, this weather, you know, the weather can be anything.
Yes,
that plays a big part in it.
Yes.
But it takes a special dog to do that 3 hours, right? And,
yes, yeah.
And there's some out there that do it, and Lulu's. I mean, I know people get tired of me saying this, but she's sort of a freak of nature. She's just a special dog, and I mean, she can do the time. She's so light on the ground.
Isn't she though? Yes,
that's what helps her. I mean, she doesn't grind herself, but she's light on the ground and moves good, and that's her secret to making these 3 hours so many times, I think.
Well, I remember the report that I can't remember the guy that keeps up with all of the records out there and everything. It's gone from my mind here all of a sudden, but what he wrote about her was that she exhibited class and courage, but she also she was motionless on each occasion as her quarry took to the air, and she stood for the shot.
Right.
And that's when you go in there, that's what you want, right? I mean,
oh yeah,
and
they have to do that.
And for her to do that, so Well, talk a little bit about you. I mean, are you ready for this? I mean, you got some issues you've been dealing with, but man, you're a gamer. So talk about how you get ready for this with some of the health issues you've got.
I'm I've got a few health issues, but I'm gonna be all right. It just have to get out there and go. I mean, it's just.
Well, for an old rodeo man, come on now. I mean, yeah.
It's just a labor of love, man. That's all I can say about
right.
it. I love doing what I'm doing, and that's what pushes me on, I guess.
And it does. And you've been doing this a while now, Steve. Since you were, how old were you?
About 30-something years.
How old were you when you started on this? I mean, you spent time, you were in the rodeo, weren't you? I mean,
I rodeoed in high school and college at Northwest.
Yes.
Then after that, I wasn't able to rodeo like I wanted to, so I farm there in Sladen. And then
you've learned from some good people, though.
Yeah,
I tell
Mr.
you what.
Hoyle Eaton,
yes, sir.
Different ones, Wayne Tate.
Yes, yeah. I was there, and I can go there with Steve in those days and everything. And Steve, I know people have to ask you. You're a walking miracle, buddy. I mean, you I know you don't like to talk about it, but you're doing this because you love it, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's in you.
Exactly right.
It's in you. Are you fired up for this?
Yeah, this one I'm ready. I really believe.
I think you are.
Mentally, I'm ready for it, and I mean, I might not be as ready physically, but I am mentally. I mean, I'm ready. I think Lulu's ready, and
that's the important
all
thing.
of them. I mean, everybody's been with her. I mean, Billy and Rachel and David and Doug. They've been doing their part like they always do, and they let me come in and run her, and things seem to come together with. So we call it Team Lulu.
It is Team. So what? Before we let you go, so what's a day? You have no control over the weather. So what's that day you would like to be? What's when they draw Saturday night here at Bryan Hall, and they pick out the braces, which is 2 dogs in each brace, morning, afternoon. What's the weather you would like? What about your the draw? What is that important to you?
Oh, it's the most important thing in the world. I'd like to have about a 50 degree day.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. A light wind.
Okay.
And an overcast, maybe. But hey, I just want that right day, whatever it is. I don't care if it's sunny and 80 degrees. If it's the right one for
If it's the right one for you, and the draw itself. I mean, do you like
That's
it
right.
early? Do you want it late? I know there's a lot of folks that say, man, if you get that Tuesday or Wednesday and you got to wait all of the next week and things along that line, what about you on that?
Well, this year, it's not, since some of the dogs have drawn out. I mean, gotten older.
It'll be in the second week, though. Yeah,
we won't even make it to the second week. It'll be Saturday. So,
man, I didn't think about that. Yeah,
I'd like to go early or the day or two before the end of it. I'd rather not be right in the middle, but that's probably where I'll be. But that's all right.
You don't know those ping
pong
balls.
The good Lord wants.
Yeah, folks, and you can go to AmesPlantation.org tonight. On Facebook Live, and they will be showing Rick Carlisle as he draws those ping pong balls out, and it's all a matter of what happens. I mean, it's just the luck of the draw, whatever it might be. But, again, we're talking to Steve Hurdle. He's the handler for the 2021 champion Coldwater Thunder, owned by Doug Arthur, Billy Blackwell, Rachel and David Russell, and part of Team Lulu as we go out there. And, again, folks, 8 o'clock, first brace, 1 o'clock. Great. Bryan Hall will be open for those great lunches that you can get.
Wow.
And, and like once again, it's the Super Bowl of this event, 123 years. That's older than me and Ron Wong, not almost combined. I better not do that, but maybe me and Steve, I don't know, combined. But to win this back-to-back, Steve, it's hard to do, right?
Yeah, it is. It's been done a couple of times.
It has.
It is hard to do.
It is hard to do.
Is.
And the sorority on you folks are all the handlers, the teamwork. Who's your scout again this year?
It'd be Corey Reinhardt.
Okay.
Corey Reinhardt.
You guys got to work together on that too, don't you? The scout.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people overlook the scout. How important is that scout for you?
very important.
Yes.
You can't. Somebody might tell you can do without them, but when you think you don't need them, they're there.
They're there.
I mean, or you think that it's not needable, they're there, and that they make a big difference. Big difference.
So what would
I've seen scouts win trials before.
I've seen them too.
They're that kind of part. I mean, they're that big a part of what goes on.
Well, before we let you go, what would it mean to Steve Hurdle to be on the steps of Mains Manor next Saturday afternoon and hear Coldwater Thunder's name called out again?
Oh man, it'd be great, but I'd want it for that dog and Doug and Billy and Rachel and all of them more than anything. But I want it for the dog most of all. I mean, I want it myself. Don't get me wrong, bad, but
yes,
I want it for that dog because I think she's won it before and didn't get it.
Yeah, I know you did.
That's my opinion.
That's your opinion, and that's what we want. And you've been about a lot of miles with this dog too, right? I mean,
yes, sir. Yeah,
I mean,
have.
From the prairies to here to all the different trials and everything like that. And I
mean, she won the Georgia Derby Championship when she was a Derby.
Wow.
I mean, she won the Georgia Derby Championship. And
amazing.
That was a big win for her in her career start.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, I think one day this dog's going to be in the Hall of Fame, and I hope you are too, Mr. Steve.
Thank you, man.
And good luck. I don't believe in luck, really, but go get them, okay? And I hope to see you Saturday afternoon at the championship next week, okay?
All right.
All right, Steve. Thank you, buddy. We'll talk to you.
Ron.
Take care. Good luck to you.
All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray and be right back.